What's going on, everybody? In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make beats for Weiland. Now, before we get into this video, I just want to show you guys this graph right here. 89.4% of the people that watch my videos haven't hit the subscribe button yet. So if you haven't already, just make sure to subscribe if you guys enjoy this video. With that being said, let's hop into FL. So for this beat, I went for Weiland's newer sound. I didn't go for the pack runner Weiland. If you guys want to see a tutorial on older Weiland type beats, just let me know and I'll do them for you guys. For in this video, I'm covering his new style. And as you can see, if I zoom out here, there is a lot going on. For the majority of this melody, I use Surge. If you guys saw my previous video, I was talking about 5 VSTs that are free that I'm personally going to be using in 2022, and Surge is a completely free plugin. So if you guys haven't seen that video, go check it out. I'll also leave a link down to Surge in the description. So the first thing I did was pull up a MIDI I made a few days back, and I went into Surge and went to the Poly Synth tab, and it's the first preset, 1804. Here's what that sounds like. So a really warm sounding synth. After I found this preset, I instantly just thought of Weiland. It reminded me instantly of his new single Heartstop, and just the overall style he's going to be going for on his new album Vices when it comes out. Next thing I did was clone the exact same sound, but instead of having the chords switching a lot like this one, I kept it more simple and dragged out some of the chords. So now that I've shown you guys the main progression, I'm going to show you what the melody sounds like with the other counter melodies added. So for the bass line, I opened up Surge, I went over to the Basses tab, and it's just the Bass 2 preset. Here's what it sounds like by itself. And for the counter melody, I also opened up Surge, and it's the same preset I used for the main chords, but I just pitched it up a couple octaves. So as you guys just heard, I used the exact same preset as the chords, but when I use the preset for a lead instead, it sounds a lot different than what the chords sound like. Next sound I added is a one-shot from a producer grind one-shot kit. I just downloaded this a few weeks ago and I hadn't really checked it out, so I was just listening through a couple of sounds and I thought this one would fit pretty well, so I just threw it in there. Next sound I added was a pluck. I went to the plucks tab and the preset's called Battered Beauty. Finally, the last part of the melody is just a guitar pluck I found in Omnisphere. I just used this for one part of the verse to switch it up a little bit. Alright, we got the melody out the way, let's hop into the drums. First thing I started with was a kick. Next thing I added was a snare. Next I added the hi-hat. Next I added another snare. And, oh, I honestly thought I had more, but that's all there is for the drums. Yeah, this beat is very, very melody heavy, and since the bass line is part of the melody, I didn't add an 808. Now that I've shown you guys the melody and the drums separately, I'm going to show you what the hook sounds like with everything put together. modulation for the intro looks pretty confusing. It's just a left ear and right ear for the love filter preset, and all I did was just randomize the places I put it. It's not really too complicated. There's no like formula I went for. It was just random. The next thing I'm going to show you guys is a breakdown I added in the beat. I think it's really important to have a beat switch included when you're making Weiland type beats, especially when you're covering his new style. The beat never stays the same for too long. So what I did here was completely take out the main chords, and I just let the bass and the counter melody play with the drums. This is also where I added the guitar pluck that I showed you guys earlier from Omnisphere. There actually is one more melody I forgot to mention, is the outro. I added a piano. All I did was take my favorite piano from Omnisphere. It's just the grand piano from Keyscape, and I copied the MIDI from the main chord progression and brought it over to the piano. And then after that, I just built some top notes on top of it. For the mixing, there's just a soft clipper on the master, and the reverb and delay are just for the outros of the beat. All the mixing is just mixing and leveling other than 3 sounds, which are the guitar pluck, the piano, and the bass. For the piano, I added a fruity reverb too. Here's what it looks like. I also added an EQ, just boosting a bit of the bass and a bit of the highs. And I also added a fruity flangus. Here's what it looks like, and it's set to about 1/4 on the mixer. For the guitar pluck, it's stereo shaped a little bit, panned a bit to the right, and on the mixer I have a flangus, a flanger, and an Aphex vintage exciter. This plugin's normally used for vocals, but I put it on the guitar just to make it a bit more gritty. For the bass, I put it a little bit in mono, and I pan it to the left. And that's pretty much everything. Now, I really wish I could play the full beat during this video, but this beat is 4 minutes long, and I know majority of people aren't going to sit here and listen to the beat for 4 minutes. So if you guys want to hear it fully, I posted it up on my Type Beat channel, and I'd really appreciate if you guys check it out. Make sure to like, sub, and comment down below what you want to see next. And with that all being said, I'll see you guys in the next one.